Hello everybody out there, how are you doing? I'm Kate Hill and I am here, as always, to give you the best, honest, unbiased commentary about our property markets, along with some fantastic hints and tips as we go. So stay tuned for all your latest property news. Right, before we get started everyone, don't forget to watch my latest property update about how the Brisbane Olympic Games might affect the property markets there. It's a must-watch video, of course, and I am planning to do much more on this topic over the coming months. Okay, let's get going. Now, I know I sound like a broken record, but the number of properties listed for sale has fallen again, as prolonged lockdowns continue along the eastern seaboard of Australia. New figures from the REA Group show that property listings dropped 10% nationally in July, while buyer demands remained high. Realestate.com.au reports a 19% increase in potential buyers searching its online listings in the past week, compared with the same time last year. Now, that is, of course, good news for those who want to sell, but bad news for buyers who are facing increased competition. Nationally, active listings are now 19% lower than at this time last year, recording the largest year-on-year drop since 2016. New listings dropped by 27.3% in Sydney, 26.9% in Adelaide, 14.2% in Melbourne, and 6.6% in Brisbane during the month. The REA Group says the demand for properties remains at record high levels, and I can certainly confirm this. Now, following on from that, new figures reveal that rents are also increasing rapidly. SQM research data shows that decade-low vacancy rates and growing demand has lifted weekly asking rents by 13.7% nationally in the past 12 months. The rate of rental growth has now surpassed the rate of house price growth at 13.5% during the same period. Nationally, the median rent is now $528 a week, while the vacancy rate is 1.7% in a market where 3% vacancy rate is considered balanced. The SQM managing director says that the current rate of rental growth is the fastest Australia has experienced since the 70s. For investors, they are entering a market where rents have been rising and are still rising, and they can buy in on a yield well above the average lending rate right now. With those low interest rates, that means that there are hardly any negative gearing property opportunities out there. And let's not forget, everyone, that it is unusual for rental yield and capital growth to happen at the same time. In other news, some lenders are dangling financial carrots in front of homeowners and buyers, with many offering cash payments to attract new customers. With competition heating up, some lenders are offering incentives of up to $3,000 and $5,000 to attract new home loan customers. Borrowers are benefiting from the increased competition and low interest rate environment, with mortgage rates below 2% now being quite common. Rate City analysis shows a number of lenders are offering cashback deals on 2-year fixed rate mortgages with interest rates of less than 2%, and on variable rate mortgages with rates under 2.5%. With such low rates on offer, the number of home owners refinancing hit record high levels in June. Rate City research warns borrowers against getting caught up in the promise of a short-term cash boost. They urge borrowers to thoroughly research the cost of the mortgage, including any fees. It is so important for people to do the maths themselves. They should not assume that a cashback deal is going to work for them. And of course, I would say always consult with your mortgage broker on this. And finally, according to CoreLogic's latest National Home Value Index, Australian housing values continue to record a broad-based rise despite the disruption from lockdowns. Dwelling values rose 1.5% in August, a rate of growth that is still well above average, but the lowest monthly rise since January. Every capital city, apart from Darwin, recorded a rise in values throughout the month. Now do note, little disclaimer there, Perth and WA index results are temporarily withheld. The rate of price growth is moderating after moving through a peak in March of this year. CoreLogic also say that the slowing rate of growth possibly has more to do with worsening housing affordability constraints than ongoing lockdowns. Now, I would also suggest that it's just also a lack of stock and transactions at the moment, not providing enough of a broad results base to draw adequate conclusions at this time. So while there certainly has been increases in house price nationwide, we have also seen record low interest rates and buyers with a considerably higher deposit base than we've had in a long time. And they're quite happily paying high prices to get into the property market. Research houses are one thing, and all very well and good, but we are at the coalface here and we see the cash offers being made every day by owner-occupiers. They are the ones driving the house price growth, not investors. And I would urge you to remember that when you read the next ridiculous headline about investors and negative gearing pricing mum and dad Aussies out of the housing market. It is actually the other way around. Now, I'm going to keep you posted as always on all things property from around Australia as our year progresses. And as always, lovely people, I am giving you the best commentary and content here. So please let me ask you, hit the subscribe button. It means the world to me. Click the notification bell and also hit a little like button there too if you are enjoying the free content. And I will see you again really soon. Bye.